Hi, Dr. Liz here with Conversations for Effective Living and the Hypnotizing Podcast. Give that a listen sometime. Today's topic is the biggest fear of daughters of narcissistic mothers. So I work a lot with daughters of narcissistic mothers in my private practice in Broward County, which is South Florida. And probably the top fear I hear is that they're narcissistic, that they're like their mom in some way. And it's like, this is impossible. Okay, let me just put your mind at ease here. In fact, like a daughter of a narcissistic mother learns very early to take care of her, to put her own needs aside. And in fact, there's this line from the book, This Is an Awesome Book, Will I Ever Be Good Enough, by Carol McBride, and I have other videos about it. She says, I'm going to quote her here, the daughter of narcissistic mother has unmet needs and therefore displays some neediness sometimes, because it's impossible not to. You grew up with unmet needs until you begin to talk to that little inner child part of yourself and do some of the work emotionally to meet that. Neediness is going to show up. But the codependent behavior is a disguise to cover up the neediness and display strength and competence. Okay, so we often go into codependence. Put myself here. I had a narcissistic mother, which is why I specialize in this area. I know so much about it. I've done so much work around it. That codependence means like we take over for somebody else. We start over functioning for them. We start doing everything for them. Okay. When under stress, her neediness will come out and she will look like the dependent. Oh my God. Okay. This is also something that daughters of narcissistic mothers like absolutely hate, like feeling like they're dependent on somebody. Because if they're dependent, then that means that person has control over them, and it triggers all that old stuff around their mom. That mom did have control, right? She did do everything was for her. And if you were dependent on her, and it was not a good experience early in your life. It wasn't a good experience. You may be an adult woman now watching this, and it's still not a good experience. Like she's still alive, perhaps, and it's still all about her, just in different ways now, and you taking care of her, and sometimes even the demands increase as you get older and you're more quote-unquote competent as an adult and you have resources and money and all kinds of stuff, and the narcissistic mothers will often get very demanding around that. So that can happen too. But again, to go back to that number one fear, the fear is that you're narcissistic and it's just not possible. In fact, what happens is often you go into unhealthy you don't develop healthy narcissism. So yeah, let me rephrase that. Healthy narcissism. Okay, there's some narcissism that's good for you, meaning like you have some self-esteem and you take care of yourself in certain ways and, you know, that type of thing. Daughters of narcissistic mothers learn so much to put their needs aside that often they don't even have the healthy narcissism that people need to get along in the world and get around in the world and function well. So I think I'll do another video on that. Let's see if I can pause this. No, can't pause. Okay, so I'll do another video on what is healthy narcissism for daughters of narcissistic mothers so that you know what that is and you can work on that kind of stuff and start developing some of it. All right, I hope that sets your mind at ease. My private practice is in Broward County, Florida, like I said earlier. There's free stuff over at my website, drlizhypnosis.com, and you can get one for emotional stability and to decrease fear and anxiety. They're both there on the thank you page, no matter what the main offer says. So just subscribe to the newsletter and you'll get those. All right, have a wonderful day.